Hey guys, I hope you're hungry. Welcome back to Full Incense and our full playthrough of Final Fantasy X. We're picking up right where we left off. I successfully mastered the eject shot on my first try.
I knew it. I knew you
So we're going to continue on the boat to Luca and the big Blitzball tournament.
That was the eject shot, wasn't it?
Is that an overdrive of his eventually? I was just thinking that would be cool if it was, but maybe it is. Maybe...
Sir Jekt showed it to me when I was a child. He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Eject Shot Mark III.
Stupid name, huh?
Huh?
You know what?
That's kind of clever.
Mark 1 or Mark 2, you know?
I mean, surely there is. There's so many different moves in it.
To hook the crowd.
There's so many different maneuvers, I should say, that, I mean, it's not hard to believe that there was
And they really
differentiation.
I used to get so mad.
That's kind of cool, though. It's like, so, you know, SEAL Team 6 is the team that took out Osama bin Laden, but there's only one team like it. You know, they just are called SEAL Team 6, so everybody's scared of the other 5 teams wandering around. You know, that's pretty cool. Although, you know, now that fact is out there, so
but Sir
I guess
was my father's guardian.
It's lost its usefulness.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
He's gesturing so much.
It is hard to follow in his footsteps.
I mean, I gesture a lot when I talk, even even while I'm recording right now. You know, I'll make some kind of gesture, point, or whatever it may be. But
well,
I don't typically, wave my arms madly the entire time. That's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
He was mean to me when I was a kid.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo!
What a bully.
I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something.
I feel like that's strange among sports stars. I wonder if that's really a thing that when they're not playing. Right. I mean, I guess, you know, when you're not at work, you're not going to come up there just to hang out. But I mean, a lot of times you don't work in a spectator sport.
Play at all anymore.
That's interesting. I don't know. I never really thought about that. Do baseball players often... I mean, I'm sure, you know, the World Series, they would tune in. But like, in general, I don't know. So this is where the game really picks up, is the Blitzball tournament and everything that happens in Luca. So I'm excited to do these next few episodes and really push into the meat of the game. This event is sponsored by God himself. Long may he reign.
Over there, the ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be dock number 2. All the way from Killiga, it's the Killiga Beasts. High Summoner O'Holland used to play for them, a big name to live up to.
Well, Samuel L. Jackson crossed with Morgan Freeman there will, you know, do a lot towards it.
Attacked by sin, isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're going to be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Look at that guy with the elf ears in the foreground. Do people really have that? Does anybody else have that? I don't think I've ever once noticed it.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the Besaid Auroch. They're a living, breathing statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad. That's right. In 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Well, I would say they're the Cubs, but that's not really the case anymore. The Cubs are really picking it up. They're favorites right now. I mean, of course, I mean, how well can you say that? But when the season literally hasn't even started, but they've got a really good team. I don't know. I wonder who the equivalent would be nowadays.
They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without a doubt, they
It's hard to think of them. So many teams that were terrible when I grew up have become like a force now. Like I remember when the Reds were a joke, the Tigers were a joke, the Pirates were a joke, and now, you know, they're all good. And the teams that I grew up on being amazing, my team, the Braves, the Yankees, are kind of struggling now. It's interesting. It's just people getting old and team and roster shifting, you know, just over time. It's a little bit of a bias.
It's like this every year, yeah? Don't let it bother you.
How have they never won even once though in the first round? You would, I mean, surely they would get matched up against another weak team that they could maybe. Like, I mean, you have every chance to win this tournament.
Stop right there, goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 dot.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived.
You get so annoyed.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
But the tournament is being held
50
anyway,
years?
so.
Shouldn't he be retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
Let's do that, Yuna. Excellent point. But let's save our game so I don't have to watch that cutscene again, should anything happen first. I don't really remember the next little part too well. We'll have to see. This is where Final Fantasy X-2 opens, right? And if you were wondering my opinion, it's okay. There are things I like about X-2, and I might play it eventually, but I don't know. Them playing like a remix of the prayer song does a lot to show, you know, sort of the hypocrisy and the pomp and circumstances become associated with Yevon nowadays.
That's a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
Seymour is an awesome character, really well designed and interesting. His storyline makes sense. He's probably my favorite character outside the party. Tidus, come on, buddy.
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Guado, who departed for the far plane a fortnight past.
I wonder if it's a coincidence that
he has been officially ordained.
Yeah, like what was he ordained because his father was one? Like, is it an inheritance like that, or is it more like you choose it in your profession?
My father Giskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as maester to the best of my abilities.
You too. Bow your head.
Yeah. Those monks will destroy you.
Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. Hustle!
Hustle! I think there's a save point right before the match, and if so, that'll be where we leave off today's episode, so we can have the first... Oh, maybe this is it. Okay, so I guess we'll have our first Blitzball match in our next episode. So stay tuned for that. If there's a cutscene right after this, we'll go ahead and let that run through first. Yeah, here we go. Get used to that, Tidus.
Where's Rock?
Let the matchup draws.
We had to play the Gorers in the first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
I guess that's why they're struggling so much is...
To anyone anyway.
Oh, keep it. Come on, bud.
Get and walk up.
We're playing the Albed Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals. That's right. We got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions.
Why would they give the worst team ever? You got to believe Luca would be the ones to get that.
Let's go over the basics again, boys.
But I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to do this tutorial on my own time. I'm not going to bore you with me reading all of this. But we'll be back with our first shot of Blitzball in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like and comment if you liked it. Dislike and comment if you didn't like it, how can improve things. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode of the full playthrough of Final Fantasy X or any of my other content. I post a video a day. And that's how I keep you full.